Space is cold and vast, but tonight I bring you
Lillie Vlogs! Hello everyone, and happy Thursday to you. Alright guys, you know the drill. If you're used to the channel, we are prepared for this. I want everyone to sit down, sit back, get comfortable, grab your sweet tea and your cool glass or mug. Stretch, do the spirit fingers, and let's begin, guys. Alright, it's that time of the video. I know if you're used to the channel, you already know the drill, but if you're not used to the channel, this is for you. Please be kind to YouTube content creators, because YouTube is not. So, I beg of you, please, follow, like, share, and comment. If you're in the live chat and you're chatting away, still before, after, during the video, go ahead and leave a comment. The algorithm gods love that stuff. If you're not in the live chat, please leave a comment, even if it's a heart, a smiley face, a thumbs up, just something, guys. It really helps us content creators out with those algorithms. As well, on TikTok, you need to do about the same thing because of them algorithms. I'm on TikTok. Show me some love. I'm on Instagram. I love Instagram. I'm on Twitter, unfortunately. Snapchat, PayPal, and of course my email. And you can find me on all of those on Lillie C Nation. If you can, please donate. It helps me out greatly. If you can't, share these videos around, share my channel around, spread the love, spread the word, bring some people to the channel for me. Alright guys, by now everybody should be getting into the chat, the channel, watching the videos, stretching, getting their spirit fingers on. Tonight, I want to do something different. I am excited, scared, and have dreaded this. I have recorded this video twice. Once I recorded this video and I just didn't like it. The second time I recorded it, it glitched and messed up and I couldn't upload it to YouTube. We are going to do a Joji Nectar review. This is a big tackle. When the CD first dropped in September, I didn't really want to do a review right away. I wanted to let it simmer, let it marinate. I wanted to be completely fair with this CD. I didn't want to be immediately, I love it because it's Joji, and I didn't want to critique certain songs and say I didn't like it, because sometimes you can listen to a song and it can grow on you. So I wanted to be really fair. But then I had technical difficulties. Next thing you know, it's 2 weeks, was it two weeks after the CD dropped? And here we are. So we've had time to let it marinate. We have time to let it sit. We've enjoyed it. We've picked our favorites. We've critiqued it in our own minds. And it gave me plenty of time because the first two reviews I did not research. It was just basically my opinions. This time I thought, you know what, I'm going to research. I'm going to look up. And I am going to come fully prepared. So we're 3 minutes into the video. And we're going to start. Now, I hope you guys don't mind. There's so much to tackle because with Joji's new EP, there's 18 tracks. Let's be honest, nowadays you hardly see that on a CD. So it's very ambitious. I'm going to go ahead and say that. So I have a list of notes sitting in front of me on my setup here, or my makeshift setup. Anyway. And I'm going to refer to them because my brain's not good enough to remember all of this information. There's so much on this. So it's a good thing we waited 2 weeks because I feel like I'm a little more prepared for this. So we're going to tackle this. Okay. Joji's Nectar was very anticipated. It was supposed to be released in June. Due to COVID, due to maybe technical difficulties on his part or the record label's part, it was not released in June. And it was pushed back to September. Now, me being a fan, that was devastating because 2020 has been... And one of my bright spots was that. I'm glad now it waited to September because I had a lot going on in June, July, and August. So it dropping in September was perfect. But Nectar is his second EP. It's full length. It's lo-fi, R&B. I just now realized that Nectar dropped 2 years after Ballads 1, which is the first EP. Now, of course, Joji has other projects from other things that I'm not going to mention. I'm just going to totally review Nectar. I'm going to be honest with you. I love Ballads 1, but I feel like Nectar came in with his sound. It's been improved upon and improved on, and it's cleaner. I noticed that it seems like he focused a lot on emotion, but in a mature fashion. So I'm trying to think. What we're gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna just go down the list from 1 to 18. I'm not gonna do like my favorites first, and then medium, and then maybe not so much my favorites. I'm just gonna go down the line and review it, because I read somewhere that I think Joji made the comment that you should listen to the CD in order. So I will review it in order. All right, we're gonna start off with the first track, and it's entitled "Ew." I didn't know what to expect when I seen like the list of songs before the CD dropped. And "Ew" was like number 1, and I went, I don't know what to expect with that one, because, you know, Joji can be random, and he can be different, and that's one of the things I do like about him. So I didn't know what to expect with "Ooh," but I will have to say "Ooh" kind of sets the tone for the rest of the album, with the mood and the intensity and the veracity of that he comes in with. One of the things I noticed with "Ooh," the second or third time I listened to it, my mom was present. I'm slowly but surely working her into being a Joji fan. I think I've won her over. And I seem to win a lot of people over when I talk about it. I don't know if it's the excitement in my voice, or how much I talk about it, or how I talk about it, but I seem to win people over usually. But one of the things I noticed is it has kind of an old school feeling to me. I'm not going to play any of the songs because I don't want to get flagged. I'm just not. All I can tell you is I would go to Joji's YouTube channel, and he has a lot of the songs for you to listen to. You can see, I would also stream it on Spotify, Apple Music. I mean, you can, there's different places that you can find him that should make it easy. All right. Getting back to the first song, "Ew." The vocals are very high and very, what's the word I'm looking for? Set up differently. I mean, you can tell in the past he has great vocals, but it seems like with the very first song, it hits you that it's piercingly high. It's on point, and it's improved on. I didn't think Joji's voice could get any better, but it seems like he proves me wrong constantly nowadays. And I love it. I love him proving me wrong. Which, of course, his high vocals is set with, like, you know, soft beats. And, you know, you have the drums and the rumbling bass. And just everything very cohesively meshes. And like I said, "Ew" sets up the tone, to me, for the rest of the album. I'm trying to think. I'm going to real quickly click on this link, and it's the lyrics. A lot of his songs, his lyrics stand out to me. That's one thing about Joji. The lyrics come out. And I'm going to say a lot because I'm really trying to make sure I focus on everything. So before I get into the lyrics, there's some things I highlighted that I wanted to talk about on "Ooh." It's the opening track, like I said. To me, from what I've researched and what I've read and what I feel from listening to it, he is singing about past relationships and how maybe he wants to find someone to love and be in love with and stay with him forever. So I take it that a lot of relationships that he has had in the past, they have left for whatever reason. I mean, but like I said, instead of his significant other or whatever seems to keep leaving and causing more heartbreak and more damage. So getting into the lyrics, because I don't want to spend too much time, but like just as soon as we open up with ooh, with the melody, the first lyrics we get into are, when it's lovely, I believe in anything. What does love mean when the end is rolling in? Let it go, let it stay, can we love one another? Cold, is it safe to be warm in the summer? Who knows? Those lyrics, and like I said with Joji, a lot of his lyrics, I mean, Joji's music speaks to me. So, like I said, I try to always be diplomatic about Joji. And then with this review, you're going to see it. I'm not all Joji's number one all the time. So, just a disclaimer real quick. You may not like completely what you hear throughout the whole CD. And remember, this is my opinion. So hopefully, leave comments below if you like the same songs I do, or songs that maybe you liked that I didn't. And let's, discuss it. But anyway, you get into the chorus, and that's when it really started to hit me. Teach me to love just to let me go. I can't believe that I'm not enough. Not enough. And so long, no one will be here to save you. And no one will be here to let you know. This is your world. This is your world. And again, you go into the bridge, quietly still in a lie. Oh, good night, I don't mind. It speaks volumes when it comes to relationships. And I'm not going to get into it because I can get into it personally. But I'm going to go on to the next song. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Ooh. I think it sets up the album perfectly. I have no real bad critique for Ooh. Ew. It's not ew, it's actually really great. So we'll go to the next one. All right, the second song on the album is Modest, and hopefully I pronounced that right. I feel Modest is classic Joji at its finest, in my opinion. It has rap mixed in with piano beats. You get hit with ew on the first one, and then it's like, is he gonna waver? Is he gonna falter? No, he goes right into Modest and hits you. I mean, we got singing, we got a little bit of what's the word, interspersed raps in it, and it caught me off guard. I mean, when I first heard Modest, I mean, it hit. I mean, not in like a ooh, like sad way, but I mean, it just hit the feeling with it. To me, in my opinion, Modest is describing, maybe for Joji, the pressures that he's facing in the music industry. I mean, going from YouTube to music, it feels like maybe that they're trying to mold him into something, like maybe a pop star, and maybe it's too much of a push for him. I think he feels in a way like maybe he's tied down. Trying to think. I mean, that's the feel I get. Is like he's trying to describe that he feels the pressure, the delays, the work ethic, the things that he's having to do that maybe doesn't sit well with him. I looked up the word modest, and it's a Latin phrase, meaning, and I'm gonna have to quote this because I wrote it down, arranging, allowing people or groups of people who have different opinions or beliefs to work or live together. So it kind of feels like that maybe the people that he's working with on his album or his music career have different ideas, and he's trying to work with them, and there's a lot of pressure there. So I'm going to get into the lyrics, because there was a lot of lyrics in this song that got me. Like I said, the intersperse of rap was pleasant. I mean, you have his high, strong vocals, but then he kind of raps a little bit. And I loved it. It's old school to me for him. The first verse, speed it up, slow it down, need control, need it now. I need to live 1,000 times. I cannot stop, I cannot cry. I will not fret, I will not die. I am a machine, I stay alive. Sometimes I think, sometimes I think, sometimes I think, sometimes I think. I've got no aim, 1,000,000 rounds is nothing real. 100 pounds of heavy steel, it feels so loud. Tied to my chest, it feels so loud. I'll take a peek across the peaks. This grass is neat. I'm quite unique. I like to be. I like to be. Those lyrics for me, it describes Joji in my opinion from just seeing him. I don't know him personally, so I can't, I mean, just seeing him in interviews and YouTube and just all sorts of things. Speed it up, slow it down. To me, that feels like Joji. He speeds it up, he slows it down, he's here, he's there. He needs control, he needs it now. I feel like Joji, in a way, feels like he's one of those people that has to have a little bit more control over his life, over what he's doing. I can understand that. I need to live 1,000 times. So it feels like to me like there's so much that he's wanting to do, and there's not enough time. There's not enough hours in the day for him. I cannot stop. I cannot cry. I will not fret. I will not die. And then he says the line, "I'm a machine. I stay alive." That, I guess, bothers me a little bit, because I don't want Joji to feel like a machine. I want him to be him. I want him to have fun and do what he wants to do. And I hope, as other Joji supporters, they will feel the same. Let's see, let's go down the chorus. "And I hope this is the hardest part. We try. I feel like he's saying, like, I hope this is the hardest part of what I'm having to do, that I'm going to get past this, and I'm going to try. We'll try together. And when they say they're satisfied, they're lying. They're lying. I feel like they can relate to both relationships and maybe with the music industry. When they say they're satisfied, they're lying. Because I don't know about you, but when you work or when you are in a relationship, you always feel like the other person's like, "Oh, I'm happy, I'm satisfied." And then you find out, years later or months later, however long you've been together, that they lied. They were not happy with you or whatever. "Do forgive me. I've seen the treasures in the bloom, but right now I'm just not strong enough for you." Again, that can be related to relationships and work. I'm trying my best. I'm just not strong enough. You have to help, bear with me, help me out here. Verse number 2. I love this one. You're gonna have to listen to this one. "Sorry, you can see it in my retina. Focus in and out. I'm doing better. Artificial ghost with no perception." So again, like I said, I'm sorry, you can see it in my eyes. I focus in and out. I'm doing better. Artificial ghost with no perception. Again, I feel like, man, I want to be a Chevy, not a Sentra. And this is where the line gets me. "I don't feel the way they programmed me to feel today. Some pieces falling from the waist up. I'm so sorry for delays." That got me, because again, it can tie into music and everyday life. And I feel like that's what maybe Joji's tying everyday life and music industry and relationships. How many times do you feel like people are programming you to feel a certain way, and I just can't do it today. I'm sorry. For him, "I'm so sorry for delays." I need a moment to erase that burning pain before the rage. I feel good. I feel good. I fix it. I'm gonna be honest with you, "Modest" is one of my favorites on this album. I love, like I said, the mixture that you have with Joji in this. It's perfect. Let's see, the next one is Tick-Tock. Give me a second, because I want to make sure I line everything up for Tick-Tock and get started. Okay, Tick-Tock. I'm gonna be honest with you, when I first heard Tick-Tock, I think it was the day that the album dropped. They were playing like a little promotion and had that song in it and a little bit of a promotional video for the CD coming out. And I remember as soon as I heard that, was it 30 seconds, 60 seconds, somewhere in there, I was thinking to myself, I really hope that's on the CD. And I hope this ends up a video. And both happened. I really did. Both of it happened. And it's number 3 on the album, Nectar. And as soon as I seen it as a promo, I was excited and prayed that it would be on the CD. And like I said, I got number 3, and there's Tick-Tock. And as soon as it starts, it hits you right between the eyes. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fun, it's exciting. Okay, let me get into this. Okay. This is one of my favorites as well. I love Tick-Tock. I love the way it feels. The lyrics where you feel like a little bit of I don't know, I guess you could say a little bit of a rap in there with heavy hitting beats and lyrics that are very, not as heavy hitting as Ew and Modest, but has a lot of great lyrics and the music. And I mean, you can also vibe with it. I like vibing with it. To me, Tick-Tock is talking about wasting each other's time. While you're chasing fame, while you're chasing the dream, chasing the money, having relationship problems, not talking, not communicating, while you're chasing your dream, both of you are kind of together, but falling apart. I read somewhere, and I'm not sure if this is 100% true, that this song is claimed to have been produced when he was 16. I can feel that. I can feel it. And I can feel by the video that he's stating things from back when he was younger. Because, like, there's a part where he's propped up against the wall watching some younger guys dancing. I guess it would be breakdancing. And I've seen videos of him when he was in high school and younger breakdancing with his friends, and they recorded it. So I can believe that this song was produced when he was 16. I can believe it. Because you can feel the low volume trap, which is a common element that he used back in the day and with some earlier YouTube music. So, trying to make sure I get everything, guys, because like I said, I really like Tick-Tock. So like when you get into the intro and there's this music, oh my gosh, as soon as it starts, I mean, I vibed instantly with this song. This one might almost be my favorite. I know everybody's like, what? You're not going to pick the ones that are more heavy hitting? I don't know why. I just vibe with this one. It starts off with the first verse, and it's like, Tick-Tock, heavy like a Brinks truck, looking like I'm tip-top, shining like a wristwatch. Time will grab your wrist, lock it down till the thing pop. Can you stick around for a minute till the ring stops? Please, God. I love that. I'm serious. I have like a dance that I started because of this song that goes with that. And, anyway, and it repeats again, and then it goes, please, God, and it echoes, please, God, where it's not necessarily kind of rapping. It's more Joji's soft voice, and you get into the chorus, and like immediately as time keeps slipping away, girl, don't start feeling away. You and I are one in the same, loving in pain. That is some lyrics there. I'm just gonna be honest. Those are some great lyrics for me. Going down, getting to the second verse. Gimme big bucks. That is all I do, girl. I just hit the jackpot. I wish you were here with me now so I could feel some. Wish you were here to hold me down like a real one. I love that line. I wish you were here to hold me down like a real one. I think all of us feel like that. We kind of walk around blindly, and we're on YouTube. We're trying to find that stardom, and sometimes it's like, I need somebody to kind of focus me on what I need to do. So that's one of the lines that hit me very hard. And then the outro, with hands in the ocean, with hands in the ocean, with hands in the ocean, I pray, oh, I pray. First of all, I love the ocean, so just the fact that he references it makes me go, thank you, Joji. So I'm gonna be honest with you, Tick-Tock is probably I can't say it's my favorite, but it's my vibe for sure song. So the next one is number 4. Make sure we get it right. Number 4 is Daylight. Now, I've already reviewed this for the music video, which of course I reviewed the music in general with the music video. Joji's and Diplo's Daylight has a little bit of a different feel than I was expecting, but I don't know. I feel like in Daylight, Joji is saying how he feels helpless at the end of a relationship, and he's thinking about it. He's going over it, going over the past time that he had with this person. But yet I feel like there's hope in the song. Okay, so the next one is Upgrade. It's number, I'll make sure, I think it's number 5. I don't know how to feel about Upgrade. I said this about it the last time I reviewed the music video. I don't know how to feel about Upgrade. I don't hate it. It is different. I do like the feel of it. I do like the lyrics. I feel like when he's talking about it, he's talking about a relationship that never got off the ground. That maybe this girl was in a previous relationship and she hasn't let go of it. So it has now hindered the new relationship. And he's pretty much trying to tell her, like, look, you know, let's give it a go. Let's try. Just no more lies. Let's just do this. So I feel like that's what he's saying in Upgrade. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't hate it. I actually do like it. I have listened to it a gazillion times. So I can't say that I just hate it. But it's not my tippy top favorite. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my tippy top. Now we're fixing to get into 6, 7, and 8. Which is Gimme Love, Run, and Sanctuary. Which, of course, Run came out in February. Gimme Love came out in April, I think. And I think Sanctuary came out the end of last year. So we're going to get into these. And bear with me on these 3 right here. Because we're going to get into some stuff here, guys. Gimme Love, when I first heard it, I got to watch it premiere. And it was late at night. I think it was like midnight. It premiered. I had I think a live stream or a video. I stayed up after it and watched this. Gimme Love was the first time I got to hear it. And I like how it breaks into, you know, gimme, gimme love. And it just goes on. And it's very more poppy, more upbeat. Felt like he was trying to break into maybe some dance. And I didn't know exactly how to feel about it in the beginning, because I was like, I like the upbeat and fun, but I'm also used to more Joji being more low key and sad. But Gimme Love is the 3rd single off of this album, Nectar. It's definitely a love ballad. You know, he's trying to get the girl's attention. He's talking about love and pain, and the pain it causes when they don't love you back or do so. The track starts with, like I said, the pop-up beat, but like a lo-fi electronic and instrumental. That, of course, Joji is that's totally Joji. Featuring fast snares and droning synthesizers, and it's, you know, all in the background. But, you know, you have the ending. I mean, when he hits that end, and he hits it hard. I mean, he just it comes in, and it's such a contrast of happy, you know, like lo-fi electronic instrumental, and then it breaks into the ballad. It just breaks into it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it breaks into it. And I love the lyrics when he breaks into that. Look into your heart and let me know. Do things turn black and gray as they go? I don't know about you guys. A lot of times in a relationship, it feels like that. When a relationship ends, it feels like it started off sunny and happy. Like Gimme Love starts off sunny and happy. And then all of a sudden it just feels like it starts turning gray. And then black. And then it's just the end. And it usually never ends great. When I'm far too gone, can you show me love? And it's almost like saying, like, look, I'm going to get to points where you may not want to deal with me, but can you still be there and show me love? Caught in a river of records and dreams. I feel like that's, we're, you know, talking about his work. oh, will you keep up with me? Like, can you keep up with me? Can you stay with me? Can you follow with me with this? I want you to come with me. Everyone's looking for someone to hold, but I can't let you go. I love that line. I mean, at this point, you want to, as a girl, you want to hear a guy. If Joji was to look at me and say, can you keep up with me? Can you stay? I know everyone else is looking for someone to hold, but I can't let you go. I would melt. I mean, I don't care what was going on in my life. I would look at Joji. Anybody that would sing lyrics like that to me and be like, I'm staying. Because, I mean, that comes from the heart, what he's saying. Let's see. Fun fact for this song. The song's title first surfaced when a fan noticed backstage a media casting site recruiting actors for a project list as Gimme Love music video. On March 6, 2020. The listing was quickly taken down from the site once fans got a hold of the information it contained. A month later, an upcoming single from Joji was teased by the label on April 12, 2020. With more audio and video teasers on the following days, Joji finally announced the title of the track on April 15th, a day before its release. I remember all that. I was totally there for all of that. So, here's another snippet. It's an interview from Joji talking about this particular track. Quote, for the video and the song, I went off of this quote from The Office. They said something like, I wish we knew when we were living in the good old days instead of finding out later. We see very clearly that even when we've completed what might be our life's work, those moments might mean absolutely nothing, knowing that what you had to sacrifice to get there. Wow. Again, with this one, the next three songs I'm going to talk about, Gimme Love, Run, and Sanctuary, all tied together in the Joji lore of space. So we're going to get into the next one, which is Run. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you, this one's hard for me. This one was released in February, and I had a lot going on in February, January and February. I was almost put in the hospital for a broke rib. There was a lot of bad relationship going on, a lot of beginnings of closure that took months after that. So this song coming out hits me. It hits me hard. It's almost, I love this song. I love it. But it's also very hard to listen to because of what it makes me feel and what it reminds me of. But as well, I wouldn't stop listening to it because I like the fact that Joji brings that emotion out of me. Alright, let's get into what I think about Run. Now that I told you something personal, so if I get a little emotional or get a little weird or cut this off a little too short, you understand. Run is the second single released by Joji after on this particular album, Nectar. It's a CD. I'm gonna read the same things to you guys. I'm sorry. Run has that melancholy tone. It has that brooding feeling. But the vocals, as soon as I heard Run, I could tell the vocals were so... He worked on them. He worked on these vocals. I mean, his falsetto is on point. It is magical. May I say magical when I hear it. I believe the feelings of this song is he is messed over feelings for someone who is now in a new relationship. He has a feeling of, yes, not to quote the song, but just a feeling like I need to run. You're running, I'm running, we're gonna run, and not together. That's the bad thing. He's maybe torn with these feelings. But you can clearly see in the music video. Again, this music video was dropped February 6th, 2020. It hits. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about Run, but Run hits. I mean, when you get into the first verse, I mean, you get hit with the chord, the hook that you get stuck in your head. And then I fell for your magic. I tasted your skin. And though this is tragic, at least I found the end. I witnessed your madness. You shed light on my sins. And if we share in this sadness, then where have you been? I mean, right off the bat, you get smacked in the face with some heavy hitting lyrics that describes a terrible breakup, a terrible relationship. The chorus, I know you're not in love like you used to be. Guess I'm not the one like you used to think. So you'll just run. And now that I'm stuck in this misery, guess I'm not enough like you used to think. So I'll just run. Those, like I said, those lyrics hit, and then you go into the second verse, and like now it feels like a little bit more anger in with it. It's like you bathe in your victory. You blew out on my fuse, and if I took on the planet, will I pay my dues? I mean, you can feel that there's heavy hitting emotion with heavy hitting beats in the background. Then, like with "Gimme Love," halfway through, toward the end, it breaks out in this guitar riff that I was not expecting and that I love. And to me, when that guitar riff hits, I mean, you have the whole song with the melancholy and the beats and the feels, but it was almost like when that guitar riff hits, it's like a light coming on saying, here is your exit, run to it, get away from it. And that's how I feel like there's closure starting on this one. Okay, guys, now we're gonna get to the next one. Sanctuary. Sanctuary, I'm gonna be honest, may possibly be one of my all-time favorites by Joji. I love the way this one feels. I love it is literally the first single that was let's see, hold on a second. Read my notes here, make sure I get this right. Sanctuary is the first single released by Joji following the release of Joji's debut album Ballads 1. So this would have been the first one coming out for Nectar, which we hadn't even known about Nectar at this point. And of course, everybody knows that the word sanctuary means like a refuge, a safe place. And right there, you already know what the song is entitling. He wants to find somebody that is his sanctuary. That she is his sanctuary and he is her sanctuary. I love that. That it automatically is just, to me, whew, awesome. It's definitely a ballad. It's got of course his signature trademark melodic voice. It's high pitched. You get some great falsetto in it. It's emotional about what I feel like could be a potential lover or girlfriend or relationship. The lyrics, again, I mean, it's fun, but it's wonderful, you know. Let's see this. When you lay alone, I ache. Something I wanted to feel. I love that. When you lay alone, I ache because I want to be with you. Again, I mean, the girls that have hurt Joji or have left, I feel very sorry for, because just if he's anything like his lyrics speak so many volumes. I mean, I don't know what kind of person he is, but I would feel if he has these type of lyrics, he must have a great way of expressing sometimes. Maybe not, I don't know. But I would think so. Like the chorus, if you've been waiting for falling in love, babe, you don't have to wait on me. 'Cause I've been aiming for heaven above, but an angel ain't what I need. And like I said, guys, I will have to say, I think Sanctuary might be my tippy-toppy favorite. I don't know why. Out of all the ones, I mean, I love Modest. It's one of my faves. Love Tick-Tock, but Sanctuary, I love it, guys. So I'm just going to go on now because I have told you I loved it. I don't know how much more I can get in for you. All right, number 9. We are now at the halfway mark of the album. I don't want to sound unfair or judgy, but you can tell that there's a different feel for the first half and the second half. The first half, you have such great falsetto and great music and instrumentals and pianos and high pitched voice, and then when we start getting to 9 on, it feels like a different arrangement of songs. And I'm not saying that it makes it bad, but there's 2 different feels, which Joji is really good at. I mean, look at Gimme Love, Run. he somehow breaks into 2 different things on a song. So maybe the CD is no exception. So I'm going to be very, very diplomatic as I can about it and not just be totally yes or totally no. So number 9 is High Hopes, featuring one of many guest vocalists, which is Omar Apollo. In my opinion, I feel that the mold between Joji and Apollo, it's very smooth, very, very good. There's not a critique like they don't mesh well together, because sometimes people can collab and it's not a great mesh. I felt like it was a good mesh. The song feels carefree. I don't know, just like you're kind of floating through life, maybe. It has very foofy, fluffy vocals. The background, there's noise in the background, which Joji's is good at. The Joji Flat mentioned one of his interviews that he sometimes has farting noises in songs. So I mean, you can feel that. I've even heard wind chimes. I've heard chains. I think sometimes you have to have a pretty good ear to pick up on it, and sometimes it's pretty obvious to me, I guess. I should say to me, I guess. So, but you hear the plucky strings and the percussion, just old school vibe from just, I don't know, maybe being in college or almost graduating high school, just sort of on a sunny day, just enjoying yourself. I like the feel. I think both Apollo and Joji did great with it. I mean, it's not heavy hitting like Ew or Modest or Run or any of them with the vocals, but it's still very, very fluid, very vivid. Joji's voice is still very, very crisp. So I really don't have a bad critique for High Hopes. I have high hopes, and it felt great to listen to. Let's see. Is there any notes that I left for High Hopes that I need to address that I haven't addressed? Like with the first verse, a little messed up, do you feel it? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. She want to know which way I'm leaning. Am I really made of this? Am I really made of that? And is it so bad if you need me? I love that. Is it really that bad that you need me? Am I really that bad for you? Do you really feel like you wouldn't want to be with me? Like I said with Joji, these lyrics are amazing. I don't know what he says. I don't know what kind of game he's got when he's dating. But if he talks anywhere near like what he writes, I don't know. I don't see how these girls, I mean, he must pick either really flaky girls or, I don't know, maybe he's hiding something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go on. We're going to get on to the next one. Okay, number 10, Nitrous. Now, I feel a little bit bad because I somehow miss Nitrous. Like, I've listened to the song, but I didn't play it as much as I usually do. So I went back and I played it. I listened to it a couple of times, and I was like, man, this song feels kind of like Can't Get Over You. It has that feel to it, just the kind of the beat. And then I did some research and discovered the reason why that it feels that way is this is the second time Joji and producer Clams Casino has worked together. Clams Casino and Joji worked together on Can't Get Over You. So that's why it has kind of the same plucky, fun, upbeat tempo like Can't Get Over You has. So I can see now why I felt that way. And I feel kind of, ooh, that I felt that. And I didn't even know until I read it. Now, here's the thing. With the song being called Nitrous, there's a lot of references to cars and motorcycles. So, I mean, you kind of see why it's called Nitrous. I feel like Joji's comparing, like, maybe he's comparing his ability to sing and, his music ability as a coping mechanism. Does that make sense? Like a coping mechanism to help him get through the tough times, to get through the relationships. Sort of like how I've said that, like, writing is like my therapy session. For him, that is how he copes with it. He writes music. He makes these great beats, these great lyrics. And you can feel that. I'm just going to frankly be honest. You can feel that when you listen to his songs. I'm trying to think of some lyrics. I love the chorus, the beginning chorus. Oh, understand, girl, I'm out of sight to the other side. I don't want no stripes. Got my insides loud like a motorcycle. Girl, don't notice it. I don't notice it. And the love make me want to sing, sing. And he repeats that over and over again. Like, well, not repeats that, sorry. And the love make me want to sing, sing. And the high makes me want to sing, sing. And the pain makes me want to blink, blink. But I'm in a rover, I won't feel a thing. I like that. I really do. I like how just knowing that he's writing music and beats to cope with the things going on in his life. You can feel it. I actually don't think I really need anybody to tell me it. I could see it by listening to his music and hearing it. Well, not see it, but listening to it and hearing it. I love Nitrous. I do love the beat, because I do like Can't Get Over You. I like this one as well. It's very fun. The vocals aren't, like heavy hitting like Ew or any of them, but I still love it. I still love the feel. I love the vibe. I like it. The next one is Pretty Boy. We got a little bit of this, what was it, June? I think June-ish, I think. We got Pretty Boy, like not a song on YouTube. And then now it's on the album Nectar. Pretty Boy is with Joji and rap star Lillie. Yeah. This is why I don't mention names anyway. I love the feel of this one. I like Pretty Boy a great deal, and I like that on the album. Sorry, allergies are killing me. I think a bug flew up my nose too. Sorry. I also like how it's on the album, but he also got another collaborator, Little Yakety, to be on it with him. I like the vibe of it. Of course, I love Joji's lyrics, and I love how you have the like kind of style that comes in with him. I think Pretty Boy is pretty self-explanatory. It is a fun song. I don't think you need to critique it like it needs to be a power ballad. It is a fun song. I think it's meant to be completely fun with some heavy hitting lyrics as well. I mean, living so loud you can never hear me cry. I think for that, it's just saying that if I live where you're not noticing that I'm having issues in my life. See no tears run down my eyes. Oh, these hills, they burn so bright. Oh, these hills, they bring me to life. There's just a lot of lyrics in here that are great. I love when Lil Yakety comes in. I like the feel of that. I like the vibe. I know a lot of people have made comments that it was weak and it wasn't, what they were expecting. I liked, or they said it was a really great song until Lil Yakety come in. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, I like it. I think it's great. I think great arrangement. I like that it's fun. I like that I had fun listening to it. I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about it because I already know for sure that it's a fun thing to listen to. The only other lyrics I can think of is no more fears and no more lies. I tell myself to sleep at night. Popping blue pills and sipping on finest. Joji makes a lot of reference to pills, a blue pill. I think Somebody told me that he's referring to Xanax. I don't know if that's something he took or did take or whatever. But I've heard that reference several times. I'm not going to get into it, but like I said, it's a fun song. I'm not going to critique it like, oh, it didn't have the best vocals. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was what it was meant to be fun and have fun. And sometimes people don't need to be so uptight about, well, it's just not up to my standard, I guess, opinion. All right, we're going to get into the next one. I'm not going to get all yakety. The next one is number 12. It's Normal People featuring Ray Brown. Now, for anybody that knows Joji, follows Joji, Ray Brown is someone that he grew up with, that he made music when he was younger. Normal People is the second collaboration between Joji and Ray Brown. Then 2018, Once in a While, which I deeply love. It's very underrated. They work together. To me, the name of the song, Normal People, is pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of like focusing on a new life, since finding the jumping off point between YouTube and now having fame in music, and the struggles to accept it and be socially acceptable, because like I said, we live in a world where sometimes you have to be normal. You have to be fit in somebody's box, and if you don't, then people seem to get very weird with you. I like this song. I actually like Joji collaborating with Ray Brown. I can tell that they do collaborate very well together. They are not mistaken. I read somewhere that they are childhood friends, but don't quote me on that. One thing I love about this song is the pre-chorus breaks out immediately with "The devil came back. He's dancing in your path." I feel like he's saying, like, this is an ex, like, the girl he's wanting to relationship with. The devil came back. He's dancing in your path. In other words, this guy keeps coming back in your life. He's messing with you. You should really just, so you're acting like you need me now. Hey, so tell me if I'm mad. There's something in your laugh that makes me fear the way you smile. I automatically know what this is. I mean, what he's talking about. I mean, this girl has been in a relationship. She's been hurt. It's bothered her. She seems like that she's just only using Joji to forget about the past, maybe to have someone, to not be alone. That's for a woman's perspective, that is hard when you've been in a relationship that hurt. The devil's always seems to be behind you, in your way, to struggle to go on with the next relationship. So I mean, I can understand that. You get into the chorus. It's hard to believe sometimes we can pretend we're normal people, and I can repeat those times. We can pretend we're boring people, and it's hard to believe sometimes. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, the song is basically saying, you know, I can pretend, I can be normal, I can be like everyone else. And I hope Joji doesn't be like everybody else. I think Joji seems to me to be an amazing person that doesn't need to follow in everybody's box. But anyway, let's go to the next one. All right, so we're going to get into number 13, which is Afterthought. It has another guest vocalist and lyricist. I hope I get the name right. It's Beanie. I have never heard of this person before, but like as usual, Joji has introduced me to somebody new and awesome that I will be looking up. I did look her up, what I could for the review. She is a New Zealand singer-songwriter, and I feel like Afterthought perfectly embodies a subtle detachment that turns into a separation. I'm trying to think to the right words. The vocals are very, they're very on point. I think both Joji and Beanie did great. They meshed very well. I love the melody driven unabridged gap, the feel, the vibe. It's like it's physical, but it's spiritual at the same time. The way it is. I mean, oh gosh, hold on, guys. I like Afterthought. It's got a lot, and I've got so many notes, and I'm trying to. In my opinion, I feel like the song Afterthought is perfectly describing the aftermath of a very dysfunctional relationship. You feel like Joji is reflecting maybe on him and his partner and what went wrong, and maybe wonders how the other person, the partner, feels about the relationship or what happened, the situation. Beanie comes in, and her lyrics, we'll get to that in a second. But like this, despite them having a messy breakup, you don't feel any animosity or anger. There's nothing mean. I don't feel like Joji is holding or the other person is holding grudges or anger or malice. I think he only feels like that maybe that both of them will find a good relationship and find happiness. So they parted with fairly good feelings. And that it was a treasure to be together and to have each other. So like some of the lyrics, I mean, you start with Joji first, you know, lately I've been slipping away from you. Can you tell me, does it hurt today? Yeah, there's no way. To burn, there's no flames. Playing 9 to 5 like a saint for you. Can you tell me how it turned this way? Yeah, things have changed. Yeah, filled with rage. I mean, right there you can encompass that, you know, you can feel that like he knew that they were slipping away from each other. And he's wondering how she feels about it. You know, does it hurt? The flames of the relationship are dying out. He's praying 9 to 5 like a saint for you. It feels like he was trying to be somebody that he wasn't for her. And things have changed, and now he's angry about it. So you get into the chorus, and this is where I think like the lyrics hit me. So lost in these diamonds, and for me, I think when he says diamonds, these moments, these treasures that I don't want to forget. So lost in these diamonds, so lost in this paradise. Don't speed on that highway. We need you to shine bright. When life gets too complicated. I love that line. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I love that line. We need you to shine bright. I'm going to be honest with you, I guess it hits me because I've been told that by countless people. You know, hey, we need you to be that shining bright light. Don't let life get you down when it's complicated. I love that. And then it gets into, will you stand with me after dark? Or will you stay in the limelight like a beautiful afterthought? I really feel like this is as a relationship that has maybe a problem with, are you just here for the limelight because I'm getting in it? Or are you here that you're going to be here when there is no limelight? We're in the dark. And I love that. Sorry, somebody's messaging me. I love that line. Will you stand with me after dark? Or will you stay in the limelight like a beautiful afterthought? So in other words, you're behind, you know, like, anyway, I love that line. And that's something about this song I love is the lyrics that, and then you get into, Beanie. I love when she says, sometimes you ask me for something different. I hate it when you did it. I wish that you didn't. I would do things and you'd get annoyed. I should have never done them. I wish I was different. Why do you have to step away now? It's been a year, been a couple days now, since you called me saying you're worried. Been hard for me dealing with the space now. No company, wishing you could sit down. 'Cause I'm sorry, but you don't want me. Like I said, the lyrics are phenomenal in this song. I think the vocals were great. They meshed well together. I don't really have a terrible thing to say about it. I think it was a very good choice to work together. Very good music. Very good vocals. I'm trying to think if there's anything... I don't think there's anything else I can cover on that one. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. The next one is Mr. Hollywood. I don't know. I like Mr. Hollywood. I like the lyrics. I feel like it's a formulaic track. It's got its love interest is missing, and he continues on life. I'm struggling. I'm gonna have to really struggle with this one. I like this song. I know I do, but it's a love song. I mean, we know that it's gonna be a love song. I feel like Joji's describing how, despite making it into the industry, stardom, so to speak, he doesn't lose sight of what's important. And I don't know. It feels like he's maybe addressing or connecting, like, with the success of Slow Dancing in the Dark. Because they, you know, like Mr. Hollywood. I mean, they're calling Mr. Hollywood. I think if I read it correctly, I got it in my notes here, that after his success in Slow Dancing in the Dark, people did start to call him Mr. Hollywood as he was rising to fame. But it seems like Joji might be kind of pushing past this, and he's kind of like telling us, like, as a promise, that no matter how big he gets or predominant he might become, that he's still going to be Joji. And I like that. I like that because you're kind of seeing that right now with his posts on Instagram. I mean, just the other day he dressed up as a minion. Loved it. I was excited to see that. Mr. Hollywood, I mean, you can hear like, Mr. Hollywood, won't you come back soon? She said, Mr. Hollywood, won't you come back soon? I love the first verse. I just want to lay by your side. We don't gotta love each other right. We just gotta make it through the night. You don't gotta say you're not into me no more. When we pass out on the floor, see the sunrise through the door. By the way you move, I know you want me to. Tell you all the rules I know I'm searching to. Give me all your clues and things to guide me through the end of the world. I love the lyrics in this track. I love how it does feel like Joji is saying that's, you know, he's been called Mr. Hollywood, but it's still him. I mean, everybody wants to tease him and say he's Mr. Hollywood, but I still feel like Joji's finding his footing to find where he can be Mr. Hollywood and still be Joji or George Miller, the person that we've seen with YouTube and now. So vocally, I feel like vocally it was very good. There was a lot of falsetto and things that he did with his voice that still kept me going, wow, he's still pushing it at, what did I say what track this was? Track number 14. He's still pushing the lyrics or the vocals, and the music was great. So I don't really have anything technically bad I should say about it. The next one is number 15, is 777. Okay, this one I feel is like an underrated track on this album. Everybody's constantly never mentioning this song, and it in a way bothers me, because as soon as again, like with Tick-Tock, as soon as I heard this song, I was like, why is this not being mentioned? So let me get a sip of my tea before I get into this one. 777 is the number 15. It's hitting the last leg of the album. I feel like it's conjuring I don't know, like a fast-paced, ride or die type of feeling with bright lights. And I mean, Joji lives in New York and he travels back and forth from Los Angeles to New York. So I feel like you see the bright lights and the flying in a 777. And to me, it feels like it could be kind of like a one-night stand that's told through maybe some catchy rhymes and retro sounds. So, I'm trying to read all my notes because I get a little excited for this song because it's so underrated. I feel like Joji is talking about maybe an emotionless, no strings attached relationship, like a one night stand or somebody that he was with for a little bit of time. It feels like he's saying that maybe it was nice for the time, but it feels unfulfilled. It's not going anywhere. We know it's not going anywhere. And the fears that, to be honest with you, this relationship is going to be it's not going to withstand. It's not going to make it. And with it going on, the high feeling of walking away from each other. That's the feeling I get for the song. But the lyrics, oh my gosh, guys. First of all, it's very upbeat and very fun. You vibe with it. It's like a vibe or die type of feeling. But you break out in the first verse and, we were never the same. Are you out of your mind? I don't like strings, no lies. Or no ties, excuse me. No string. I don't like strings, no ties. I don't want to keep you dreaming. You waste your time. I don't need strings, no lies. Okay, so right off that, I mean, I got a music video in my head. I would love at this point to like contact Joji and be like, I have a music video for you. It's not going to happen. And I doubt Joji's watching this, but I have a music video, Joji, if you want an idea. Pre-chorus. You needed something to believe in. 200 miles in the evening. Super speeding. Are you leaving right now? When I pretend that I'm your boyfriend, I'll pour the drinks, so don't annoy me. Are you lonely? Because I'll be gone to the next when the sun's up. So right there, I mean, you know, it's got to be like, it's definitely a short-term relationship here. And blame it on me. You can blame it on me. Feeling your touch and I'm feeling so sweet. Blame it on me. You can blame it on me. Never turn back because we're going full speed. So in other words, you know, I did this. I know it's not going to work out. It's not a relationship that's going to happen. But it was fun for what it was. And get into the chorus. And this is where the chorus, I love the chorus. Oh, live fast, drive fast like 200 on the dashboard. Oh, it's my way, even if it's a crash course. I love that line because it kind of sums up me. It's my way, even if it's a crash course, guys. I'm sorry. Live fast, drive fast like 200 on the dashboard. No, I can't slow down. I just want to go faster. I love the chorus. It is fun. It's kind of the embodiment sometimes of me. But anyway, it's perfect. And then, of course, you know, you get into the second verse and it's like, it says work repeatedly, switching lanes, doing work, switching lanes, doing work. All I hear is heavy metal, dripping tears on my shirt. 777, 747, just a little piece of heaven. We don't know how to act now. I don't want to come back round, no. I don't want to let you down. Told you that I'm leaving now. Please don't stay out. Please don't stay out. I mean, it's very straightforward. I love this song. I feel that it's one of the underrated tracks on the album. Nobody ever mentions it, and it kind of perturbs me that nobody mentions it. But anyway, I like this one. It's one of my favorites. Okay, guys, let's go to the next one, because I realized that I'm kind of taking really a long time to talk about this, and I'm sorry. So the next one's Reanimator, featuring Yves Tumor. I've never really heard of them. I didn't really look them up for this review. I'm sorry. I didn't. Reanimator is not one of my favorites. I don't hate it. I'm not going to hate on it. But it's not one of my favorites. It has a very long intro. It's not bad. I'm not knocking it, but it's not one of my favorites. I'm kind of glad that it's toward the end of the CD or the album. And I don't mean that bad because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I love Reanimator. It's not bad. It's just not one of my favorites. I may have listened to it twice now. Maybe if I listen to it some more, I'll find some love for it. But it's just not one of my faves. It's not. And I'm sorry. I feel like it serves as an interlude. Despite the runtime, the bulk of the track is instrumental. And that is... I don't mind instrumental songs. It's just not one of my favorite things that artists do. Some artists work, I mean, like you talk about Pink Floyd, they did it a lot. It worked for the time. I don't know if it necessarily does, because when you're listening to a song, I don't want to listen to 1 minute to 2 minutes of instrumental and then some lyrics. But I'm not hating on this song. I'm not saying if you like it, it's bad. It's not, I feel like Joji and Yves Tumor delivered a short, non-descriptive verses. I mean, this kind of... I don't think I've listened to it even enough to have any favorite lyrics. I'm just going to kind of go on to the next one, because I don't know what to say with it. I don't want to hate on Joji, because I love Joji. I love his music. This is not one of my favorites. And I don't think I've ever really said that about Joji before. Like, this is something that I'm just not overly fond of. Usually I'm like, hey, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it extremely. But I've never been one of the ones like, not overly fond of this one. So we're going to go right on to the next one, which is number 17, Like You Do. I'm going to be honest with you. The last two songs is like the first two songs set the tone for the CD. And the last two wrapped it up for you. Like You Do, it makes me sad, but I love it. It's very thoughtful and one of the best songs on the album. I'm not going to say it's the best, because that's almost underrating a lot of the other songs Joji's doing on there, but it's one of the best. It tells of loneliness and in the limelight and the longing to make a connection. That feels, I mean, you just feel. And that does speak volumes. Let's look at all my notes. I feel like it's reflecting on, again, another, an emotional relationship. It is a piano ballad. It is I feel like a love ballad as well. I feel like he's singing how him and the girl of his dreams are just starting to live different lives, going in different directions, and will probably end things. It will end things between them, and he's just powerless in love with this girl. He's powerless with the relationship, and I feel like, he's definitely saying without her, it's incomplete. I don't know who this girl is, and if she's even a real girl, but it breaks my heart to know that there's somebody out there that Joji is just is in love with and is wanting, and it's just not happening. It breaks me for him. Just want to give him a hug on this one. With the verses, lately I can't help but think that our roads might take us down different phases. I don't want to complicate the rhythm that we've got, but I'm speechless. When everything's so pure, can it be aimless? Painless? Pre-chorus. If you ever go, all the songs that we like will sound like bittersweet lullabies. The chorus. Lost in the blue, they don't love me like you do. Those chills that I knew, they were nothing without you. And everyone else, they don't matter now. You're the one I can't lose. No one loves me like you do. I've got to sit back on that one, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, like I said, with those lyrics. I don't know how Joji is a person, but hearing these lyrics, if he says things like this in real life, or close to, I don't see how a lot of these girls just walk away, or if it's just one girl, or if it's a ton of girls. I don't see how. I don't know if it's maybe he don't want them, they don't want him. I get the feeling from both sometimes, but I just... I love Like You Do. It saddens me. It makes me feel so sad, because that's a relationship, I guess, in a way I do want. Hearing somebody say that all these songs that we've listened to together would sound like bittersweet lullabies. All the things that we've done together will mean nothing. No one's loved me like you do. Amazing lyrics, amazing piano. I mean, I can tell that Joji has worked on his piano skills, worked on his beats, worked on his vocals. Beautiful. At some point, there's like a point where there's just Joji singing with no music, and it's chilling. Every time I hear it on Instagram, I'm just like, it's amazing. Amazing work by Joji. I'm gonna be honest with it, it could almost be the best song on there. Almost. Possibly. Definitely might be one of the best on there. The feels run strong with this one. I don't mean to be like a Star Wars quoter, but the force is strong with this one. All right, we're gonna get to the last one, and like I said, 17 and 18 tie up the album perfectly, with love and care and emotion and wonderful, just a nice, neat little bow. Let's get to it. Is Your Man. Great music video. I think I've already reviewed it. I don't know how to describe Your Man. I guess the best way to be like, it's like a fast pace, eyes closed, metal, pedal to the floor type of feeling. It's definitely a perfect closing track to Nectar. To me, I feel like Joji is comforting a girl that he or crush or love after her initial breakup from a previous boyfriend. And it's amazing. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm just going to get into it real quick. Have you ever loved? Would you go again? Don't be down when it's over, baby. I'll be your man. Have you ever loved? Would you love again? Don't be down when it's over. I'll be your man. I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody said that to me, and it's going to be like, it's over. It's over, y'all. It's over. It's over. I mean, that's amazing. Because he's basically saying, I'm here for you. I'm going to get you through this. We're going to do this together. And he's comforting and loving somebody. And that's the best way to sum it up. I mean, this is the best end of the CD you could possibly, album you could have. I guess I'm going to start wrapping this up, guys, because this is going to be like a 40-minute video, and I didn't mean it to be. But throughout the 18 songs on Nectar, I see such a growth. You can see such maturity, vocally, spiritually, musically. There's such a maturity, such a growth. That's unlike anything else that I've seen. I feel like Joji is demonstrating he's flexing his creative side. He's pushing his boundaries. He's trying to see what he wants to do. And I feel like there's a little bit of a conflict between maybe him and whoever else is working with him sometimes. I feel like I see Joji coming through, but then sometimes I feel like it's a little stifled. But then I see Joji come through even harder, and I feel like it's a little stifled. But I feel his creative side. And I've seen that. I feel like he's pushing his music. I feel like there's more unseen to come from him. And Nectar is like the perfect embodiment of the maturity and the growth and the flexing his talents and his creative side. I feel like there's a couple tracks that are a little short. I mean, the one thing I'd say is some of the songs do abruptly end. And it's definitely from the half mark on. They abruptly end. Maybe too long of intros. And in a way, I feel bad because I feel like they're going to fall along the wayside. But in all, this album, Nectar, shows that Joji is not a one-trick pony. That he is growing and he's not done growing. I feel like he's inventing and pushing and pulling and he's finding his style, his groove, his movement, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful to behold, to watch him. Is Nectar flawless? No. There's some things that, like I said, tracks end abruptly. Lyrics may fall a little, I don't know about lyrics, but maybe vocals might fall a little short of, I mean, because with Joji, he showed us like you do, and ew, and modest, and run, and he shows us these brilliant vocals, and then, so now, if he doesn't always hit that, a lot of people, I feel, are going to be like, well, that's not as good as those tracks. Which is unfair, because you don't want Joji always like you do, and ew, and modest. You're going to want more fun tracks, and you're going to want diversity. You can't always be a power ballad. It's got to be some diversity, and I see that. But I feel like other people will not see that. They're going to be like, it's not vocally astounding like these. Or the lyrics may not be to my standards. I mean, I could see where people could get into that. For me, like 777, I feel like it's an underrated track, and it really kind of ticks me off that people always are pushing to power ballads, and miss how Tick-Tock and 777 and Daylight has a different feel, and it's very welcoming. I don't like how some tracks just abruptly ended. Like, I felt like it was unfinished, and that might be what he wanted, but it does come across like it wasn't unfinished. But like I said, guys, I'm going to start wrapping this up, because I could talk about Joji for hours, and I'm sorry about that. Go ahead and address, a lot of times people seem to get really offensive about some of the things I say about Joji, like I'm pushy or being rude about it, because somebody made a comment like, Joji can't always be on Instagram and always doing stuff for you, because he does have health conditions, and sometimes he just can't. I'm not meaning that I expect Joji to give up his health to please his fans or supporters. I just want to see Joji have a good time. I want to see Joji be Joji. I want to see Joji have fun and relax, is what I mean. If he doesn't feel comfortable being on Instagram and he doesn't feel it, he doesn't have to. I think he's at the stage of the game in his career that he doesn't have to always be on YouTube or Instagram or any social media. It's just nice, because it lets us know that he's doing okay, because being a fan and supporter, we do know that he has health issues, and we do worry for him. I mean, we kind of feel like a family. I've gotten to know a lot of people in the Joji community, and I love talking to them. They stop by and talk about stuff, and I like talking to them. They send me messages, hey, did you see that? And I love that. But no, I don't expect Joji to risk his health for the comfort of supporters or fans. Don't mean that. I don't want that for Joji. I want Joji to be happy and healthy and not sick or anything. So no, I don't mean that. I just want to see Joji have a good time. And it seems like he does. When he does get on Instagram, he seems like he's doing great. So I don't think I feel like I'm being mean about it. And I still say that. I still say I just want Joji to have fun. I want him to be healthy. I want him I want him to keep growing. I want him to find his style. I want him to flourish. I want him to do everything he wants to do. And I'm so happy to be along for the ride with him. So if you guys have not listened to Nectar, I would give it a shot, guys. I mean, you're going to find songs that you like, that you're going to vibe with. And it may not be the ones that I did. And that's fine, because there's a lot of ones that I find my favorite, and people are like, eh. And I don't really care, because I like it, and you're gonna like what you like. You can find Joji on Apple Music, Spotify, and you can go right to Joji's YouTube channel and listen to, I think, the whole album there, I believe, with stills, like videos that he shot or whatever. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I give Joji's new CD, I'm gonna say a 9. The only reason I don't want to give it a 10 is some of the songs feel like they abruptly ended, and it does hurt them abruptly ending. I don't know if that's what Joji wanted, or if they weren't quite finished and everybody was just like, it's as finished as it's gonna get. I don't know. That's about the biggest thing that bothered me about it. Other than that, I would say there's, a few songs that I'm not overly fond of. I do listen to them, but I'm not overly fond of. And then I have my favorites like Modest, well, Tick-Tock 777, Modest, I think I said that already, Ew. And then of course there's just some that I'm just like, I like them, but I don't have to listen to them, which is kind of rare. I don't think I've really experienced that with Joji yet, which is good. I can't always be like, Joji's a 10, because you guys would be like, well, there's no sense in watching the review. So, anyway, guys, I give it a 9. I would definitely recommend you go listen to it or watch it on YouTube. And don't forget, October 28th, get your tickets for Joji's Extravaganza. I will try to leave the links in the description below. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I love doing it. I'm sorry for the length. I love you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.